Heading into a year of student teaching, we were wondering about the effects of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation for high school students, and how that might affect their attitude towards education. Looking at some research, we found some key ideas regarding motivation.
We found that there's a spectrum that exists within extrinsic motivation, starting with external regulation, which satisfies basic demands, and up to the most autonomous level, integrated regulation, where the individual takes full responsibility for motivation.
Neuroscientists studying the brain have found extrinsic motivation to be an essential part of human evolution. Rewards are a primary example. The way in which rewards are interpreted dictate their outcomes. Interestingly, distinct neural pathways do not exist for extrinsic and intrinsic motivation. They are not mutually exclusive. These motivational orientations, however, influence how a reward might be processed. To gain a deeper understanding of the role of motivation for students, we asked people in education for their opinions.
Right, this isn't going in front of people, right?
It definitely is.
I think that there's definitely always sort of like an interplay of intrinsic and extrinsic motivators. And for like what's intrinsic to some kids might be extrinsic to others. Even good grades. Like there's some kids that are really focused on the actual grade. And then there's other kids that are like really focused on the process and the learning.
I'm not a huge history fan, so I kind of do that with, history tests. I kind of just want to get a good grade, but I also am interested in biology, and so for that I'll actually ask my dad questions about how stuff works, not to figure out the interest of the textbook. I actually want to understand it.
Right.
Well, if you just think about the language that adults use with kids in school. Hey man, you got to get your grades up. Hey man, how many credits you got? It's all. Adults talk to kids about extrinsic motivators. Adults don't talk to kids about, hey, what are you interested in? Who are you? How can we help you become more of who you are?
Do you think that grades influence your education?
Yeah. I'm a results kind of person, and I really wanted to have good grades.
You can definitely have those high expectations and really push students to go a lot further than they think they can go.
Do you feel like you like being challenged in a class, even if maybe you don't get quite as good of a grade? You still enjoy the challenge part of it?
Yeah.
No, I think that grades, they're definitely important. Although also another thing to me is just college preparation. So a lot of things I actually truly want to learn just to learn.
That grades are definitely they want to do well for themselves, but there's also this extrinsic motivator of college and what school they're going to get into.
Do you think that grades influence your learning? Do you think they are motivating?
Oh yeah, I always check Power School a couple times a day. Me and Isabel, we check them during class and stuff because I'm just paranoid. I just want to have good grades.
Why do you want to have good grades?
Make mom and dad happy, go to college,
Okay.
It makes me happier.
Because learning is inherently joyful. And when that opportunity is presented in a sort of non-coercive way, people will participate in it.
So grades are important, but maybe they're not the only thing for you to be motivated in the classroom. What do you feel motivates students?
You're in school to learn, and so if you have that mentality, but then if the teacher somehow make some kind of competition, I don't know if that it doesn't work in every classroom, but debates in the language arts one, we had like debates,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're not really just, it's not just you trying to, like, with the teacher, it's you and your classmates, you're like debating with your classmates.
I'd say somebody that's hands-on and can like work one-on-one with somebody, and like has interesting lectures and doesn't just like read something from a textbook, because that's pretty boring.
Who was it? I had one teacher, and I would have him for 6th period. He was always so grumpy by 6th period. It was just, I did not look forward to that class. To make students want to learn, teachers could make, like, interesting plans, and, like, one time, Larson, he always gave us the same exact plan. Like, every day we'd walk into class and do the same exact thing, and it was so boring. Tons of just like busy work that didn't really matter.
So like one thing I've tried to do is like vary my activities so that, if I do that, and then maybe the next project is, an independent, also research-based project, but there's another creative venue.
I don't know, sometimes Campbell would have us like get up and do plays, and that was much more fun.
So that, you think that it's more...
And it helped us learn what were we doing? We were doing like Shakespeare or something. It helped us learn it better and like understand it. Because then we talk about it afterwards, but like we were having fun while doing it. I hate it when I like walk into the classroom and it's a grumpy teacher. It's just like everyone gets annoyed.
But sometimes teachers have bad days. You have bad days.
I'm not a teacher.
Being taught by Ebenezer Scrooge, it's just not that fun.
Just be like excited, not only excited, but engaged in the material. Like, not only are you trying to get your students excited about learning it, but you're excited about learning it. Like, you're kind of excited to be teaching. It's exciting.
Like you don't want to be scared.
Teachers need to smile and laugh.
Teachers talk too much. Like, if all they do is talk, and they don't really give any time for you to say anything or to interact or to ask questions, then it's pretty much one-sided. And there's it's, if you have time to think about it and form a question, then it shows that you're putting thought into it and you're paying attention. But if there's none of that going on, then it's just the teacher's just talking the whole time. Then basically you can just sit there and zone out.
If you're like, all right, these kids, and I give them this work assignment, so we should just keep moving on, keep going as fast as we can. You're going to end up forgetting most of it. Whereas if you only spend time on 3 separate subjects, but you spend a lot of time on it, they'll remember all 3.
Definitely have those high expectations and really push students to go a lot further than, they think they can go.
What class do you feel like you're learning the most in, and why?
I'd say this year kind of have to be my AP Language and Composition class. And that would have to be because it's challenging me the most. I'm really challenged in it, and the teacher is you can tell he's really into his work, and he's really excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
So since he's excited about it, and he makes the assignment sound like less like work and more like a challenge that you can do. And when you accomplish this challenge, it'll make you better.
Having that relationship is really important in making them want to do that, which sounds very extrinsic, but at some point I think it's intrinsic as well, or it's just maybe not really noticed on their part.
Spanish 1 and 2.
Okay, and why did you learn the most in those classes?
Well, at the beginning I knew no Spanish, and now I know a lot of Spanish. So, what?
Were you able to use what you learned?
Yes, I can use what I learned, and it's something I enjoyed learning. So I would look forward to it, and I'd actually try to be engaged and stuff during class.
You really need to have a close relationship with everyone, and I think that there's some students that are going to get in and are going to be intrinsically motivated anyways. There's definitely some students that, once you have buy-in, then they're just good to go, or they really need that extra support, or just knowing that you you care and they can like see that you care, really goes a long way. So I mean, I think there's just such a diversity of students, but I do think that that personal connection is important, and that students are willing to do a lot more work and push themselves a lot harder when they like their teacher.